Clever 1972 here. You also know me as Brian, and I will get to the video in just a second. This is an add-on to the video. As the title says, this is about the grumpy old gentleman on film. They choose a film each month to watch, and then they do a review of it. And I haven't. I followed along with them for a few of their videos. I did The Big Lebowski, and I did Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I don't know if I did any others. I thought of doing Alien 3, but I decided not to, even though I said I would, and the subtitles in one of my videos. In any case, I did watch Pale Rider, and I do that review after this part of the video is over with. So anyways, but I want to get to some current business before I get to that, and that is this, let's see, it's October the 24th, I think. Let me just check here. Yes, October the 24th, Eastern Time at 5 p.m. Saturday. There will be a stream on this movie, You Only Live Twice. James Bond, Sean Connery, with Donald Pleasance as Blofeld. And the stream will be coming from another YouTuber named Daisuke Beppu. I'll put his name up here. He's located in Tokyo. The same time he'll be doing the stream, it will be 6 a.m. Tokyo time for him. At that same time, it will be 5 p.m. It will be 6 a.m. Sunday, the 25th, his time of October. It will be Saturday, the 24th of October, Eastern Time, at the same time period. And then, of course, adjust your time zones as necessary. So that would mean 4 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Pacific. And if I'm correct on my time zones, I think that would make Hawaii's 11 a.m. Saturday, October 24th. And if you're in the UK, that would make it 10 p.m. UK time. Now, I don't know. I mean, I think the UK might move their daylight savings time clock a little bit different, maybe 1 week or so. There might be a difference between the time zones, because I think the U.S. changed it when the daylight savings time clock changed, in the spring and the fall. So, adjust your clocks and make sure you've got the right time. But anyways, that's coming up. So just to let you know about that. And then here's my review. I just got to it now. Oh, and there's one other thing. I'll be right back in just a sec. Also, you'll notice on my channel, I've done 3 Halloween videos. The first one was just an intro for the Halloween videos. The second one was for the Dead Zone. And the third one was for a film called Pulse. Well, today I finished this one. It's called Dark Water. I'm trying to do some Japanese horror movies for this month. I gotta watch the special features on this. I gotta read the book inside, so I'll be delayed on this, and I'll be watching also You Only Live Twice and watching maybe some of the special features. So I'm not quite sure as to when I'll get all that done. I'm gonna watch You Only Live Twice before the stream, though, of course. And also just the other thing I'll mention is I'm planning on watching the Ring films. The Japanese Ring movies, horror movies, and it might take a while to get through those, because there's a first one and the sequel and the prequel, the book that comes with it, and then I have the 2 American ones, the American remake and the sequel American remake. Now, the only ones I've seen so far is the first Japanese original Ring, and I've seen the remake And I had started to watch. I wanted to start watching the Japanese Ring box set. I just watched the first one. I just didn't have the motivation to finish it. And but anyways, that's coming up, and maybe I'll try to get some other Japanese horror films in. I'm not quite sure because it's already the 17th, and I think maybe I'll have to carry this into November. And I think in the case with the Ring movies, I think it's going to have to go into November probably. I guess I'll be committed to doing this. Oh, and one other thing. I've been working on some garage band music. I did some playing of music yesterday and today. I'm thinking of doing some work on those. I don't know. But anyways, you'll know because if you see anything about Japanese horror movies, my music, you'll see it on my channel. So just to let you know, that's what's coming down the line. All right, without further ado, here's my review of Pale Rider. Bye now. I don't know. You might be wondering why there's a review so quickly after I did my reviews of the book, of the DVDs and one Blu-ray that I took out of the library the other day, which was oh no, it wasn't Sunday. What am I talking about? It was Monday when I did that. So tonight is Tuesday now. Now it's turning into Wednesday night because it's 12:52 in the morning. There's a channel I follow called Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film, and each month, each member of that group, they choose a film for the group to watch and critique or whatever. So one of them chose this movie, Pale Rider, and I took it out of the library. I believe it was Jay. His channel, I will confirm it by looking on the internet and getting the right channel, because his channel was Blu-ray Collector in 1971, but now I believe he's changed his YouTube channel to Blu-ray J. But I will look on the internet to confirm that. But anyways, here's the back. And I'll put some pictures up as I'm talking like I did yesterday. I can't say whether or not, I don't think this is going to happen, meaning I'm going to get the video all finished by tonight. I think I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'll go on Google Images and procure or take off the images I need in order to enrich the experience of reviewing the movie. But anyways, let's get to Pale Rider and what I thought of it. So at the start of the movie, this is the plot. The start of the movie, these settlers in the West, maybe it's the California area. Oh yeah, it must be California because they mentioned Sacramento. So they're gold miners, but they're people of good character, and they're not greedy, and they're nice to each other, and they just want to make a living. Then they don't just want to dig gold, but they want to make a better life for themselves. And this wealthy man, is trying to sabotage those plans by he's trying to infiltrate their creek and divert the water that's going through that creek into his own pipe works, so he can get more and more gold, so he can become richer and richer. And he's already the word be absconded or taken away other people's mining areas or bought them off, and he's going to do that with these people. But anyways, so at the start of the movie, their village gets attacked by these the gunmen that work for this rich man. I'm sorry that I don't remember their names. It's starting sort of reminded me of Seven Samurai a little bit, like how the town of Farmers is invaded by the bandits before they hire Seven Samurai to protect their village. So So at the start of the movie, those who don't like cruelty to animals, there's not a lot of it, but there is some cruelty to animals at the start. There's a cow that gets falls on the ground and starts bleeding, and there's a dog. I think it's not spoiling it. A dog dies at the start of the film, and the young girl who owns a dog, she prays for a miracle, and then that's where you come upon the Pale Rider motif, which is derived from the Bible, from Revelations. First, when she's at the dog's grave, she recites the Lord's, I think it's called the Lord's Prayer. How does it go? The Lord is my pastor, I shall not want. He leadeth me to green rivers, or He leadeth me to green pastures. You know that line of, I don't know, I can't remember how it goes. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me to green pastures. He something something. So, anyways, and then she's reading from the Bible inside the cabin she lives in with her mother, and she's quoting Revelations. And then at a certain point, she comes to reading about a pale horse, and that's where the motif of the Pale Rider comes in. And just to interject for a second, to digress from the movie just a tiny bit, she also mentions the words "come and see" in Revelations, which is that's going to be a movie I review probably in my next set of reviews of movies that I've watched at home, and I've got to have to recollect and remember where it put the movies I watched and what I watched and what I thought of them. But anyways, Come and See is that one of those movies. But anyways, I'm digressing. So anyways, Clint Eastwood comes into the town, and his one of the main characters goes into Clint Eastwood comes into the village, and the main character, one of the main characters, he goes into the town to get some supplies, and he's warned not to go in because of these rough characters, but he goes in anyways. He gets the stuff at the general store, says, I'll pay you back later on, and he gets on his wagon, and he's about to leave, and he gets attacked by these guys. These kind of guys up to no good that are working for this rich guy, and all of a sudden, Clint Eastwood appears out of nowhere, and he knocks all these guys out, and then he helps take the. Yeah, he goes back to the village with this guy, and the woman that the main character is staying with, they're not married, but they have a relationship. She doesn't want this stranger staying for supper because she doesn't know what kind of character he is, whether he's wholesome or not. And she sees his collar, and she realizes he's a priest. Or not a priest, a pastor, and so their opinion changes of him, and what happens next? And then at a certain point, the rich man comes into the town, and he doesn't know who this person. Oh no, he has a no. Wait, do I? No. Yes, he doesn't know who this Clint Eastwood character is. No one really knows who he is because he goes by the name Preacher. So nobody knows. He doesn't have a name like John Smith or Michael Brown or anything like that. He's kind of enigmatic. He's more symbolic rather than a definite character. He's asked to come into town. Somehow he comes into town, and he comes into one of the buildings, and he talks to the guy, the rich man, who wants to basically bribe him. He decides not to go through with it, and the Clint Eastwood character turns him down and knows his game because he knows the bribes are very low and that he knows how valuable the enterprise of gold mining is. Um, and so then what this rich man does is he calls in a marshal with a bunch of 6 other marshal deputies or whatever. They're wearing their, what do you call those things? Dusters, long coats. And they come into town. And so Clint Eastwood decides, I got to go into town. His character had got to go into town and finish this off, finish this deal off. On the way there, the wealthy man has made these aqueducts, like piping to take advantage of other people's gold mining places, siphon them off or whatever, and collect it for himself, and so he's building these dams and whatever, and it's affecting these people that are the main characters in the film. And Clint Eastwood does something to the dams to complicate matters. Something happens to this young girl whose dog gets killed at the start of the film. Something happens to her, and then Clint Eastwood at the end of the movie goes into town, and I won't say what happens there either. But the point of the movie is it puts you on edge with some of these situations, with what happens to the young girl when she leaves the settlement, the village, when she leaves there. When the Clint Eastwood character heads for town and he stops by the mining area and he does something there. And then the ending of the film, you don't know how that's going to turn out either. So those last 3 things, when they're all wrapped up, is really well done. So I gotta say, it's a damn good movie. It's a really damn good movie. Maybe the only complaint I would have, and this is basically based on the DVD, is the colors, the saturations. It looked kind of dark in areas, like when they were in the cabin, and I don't know if maybe the Blu-ray or there's a 4K, this or whatever. I'm not getting a 4K, but I'm not getting a Blu-ray. I got to save money for Japan. But what I'm saying is, I would say there's probably better restorations of this movie, but it did what it did for me. It kept me on edge, and the ending is very satisfactorily tied up at the end, and I'll leave it at that. So anyways, Pale Rider, check out the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film. I'll put their YouTube channel right there, and check this film out. I don't think you would regret it. And my rating for this would be, I would probably give it 4.5 stars out of 5. So this is really good. I really enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye now.